Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. So I've been asked a few times now how I apply my press-on nails. So I've done the right hand already, and I've used that Parisian, was it called Parisian Nights? I'll leave it on screen what it's called, from Madame Glam. I love it. It is so cute. So I want to go over a few things first. So if you're making your own press-on nails, or you have brought them from a shop, a store, or if you have ordered a press-on nail maker to make them for you, custom made, no matter what, hopefully the maker does this themselves before they package. I know I do, but you just want to get a lint-free wipe, and on the underside and over the top as well, just give them all a good sterilisation with some rubbing alcohol. Because we have so many oils on our fingertips, our fingers, you can transfer all of those oily bits onto those press-ons, onto the underside, and we need them to be as clean as possible, as oil-free as possible. So do that, and then I do like to get I usually use the e-file, but I just couldn't be bothered to get it out, so I just showed you because in my custom made nail packages, I always supply a cuticle stick, a little file, and a buffing block, and then the glue. Whether that's, if you're in the UK, I will give you a tube of glue and the sticky pads, but unfortunately I can't ship liquid glue overseas out of the country, so I have to supply the sticky pads and that's it. So I was thinking, well, if you've brought them from somebody or from me, you're only going to have the file. So just showing you how to do it with the file, really. And then once you've done all of that, you just want to put a few scratches in each. Give it another wipe, and then make sure that that nail fits your nail sidewall to sidewall, nicely around the cuticle as well. If it's a little too wide, but the next size down was too narrow, go with the wider option and just take that nail file and just file down the sides a little bit until you have the perfect fit. So make sure you measure each nail individually against your nails, and sometimes your dominant hand, the nails are a little bit wider than your non-dominant hand, so it's always best to measure each nail individually. And then I highly recommend getting a metal cuticle pusher. If you don't have one, the wooden orange sticks are absolutely fine. It's always better to do pushing back cuticles once they're nice and soft. So if you've just had a bath or a shower, if you have some cuticle oil, which I highly recommend again, if you want your press-ons to last longer, soften them with a bit of cuticle oil. But you just want to remove all of that dead skin that's on the nail plate itself, and then if you are brave enough, then you can use some cuticle nippers or cuticle scissors. You're only wanting to remove the dead skin. Do not do anything else. So if it is really pale, then it's dead skin. It's a lot paler than the natural colour of your skin. So only the dead bits. If you're not comfortable doing that and you have an e-file, you can get a ball bit, put it on, I would say 3,000 revs per minute, 5 maximum, and just go around with the ball bit and remove any dead skin. And that's probably the best way, to be honest, if you're really not comfortable with nippers or scissors. And if you're anything like me, who slips, her hands just slip at the slightest thing, I'm very comfortable with nippers and scissors, but I still cut myself because my hand just does this weird spasm sometimes. So that is not good. If you are using metal appliances, please make sure that they're only used on you and that you keep them sterilised in between each use, even if it's only you that is using them. Because if you do slip and you cut yourself, you're opening the door for loads of infections, and you do not want that. I've seen some tools labelled as cuticle nippers or dead skin nippers and removers, sorry. They're like a two-pronged fork that so each side, each prong goes either side of the dead skin, and then you just push it around. I've got a couple of them. I've tried it. Do not like them. Yeah, it's weird. It seems really, really strange. A really strange way to do it. If you do it like that, that's absolutely fine. If you know how to use it and you're comfortable doing that, then go for it. I just can't get on with them at all. So once I've done that, I'm using a 180 grit file to straighten my sidewalls because I have weird nails. I don't know what's wrong with them. Some of them just decide to go a bit fatter on one side. Not all of them. It's mainly my middle and ring finger that does that, which is weird. So yeah, I just give them all a straight, and then if I need to go over the free edge, take that down a bit, I do. And I love that the file that I'm using is curved and the file that I supply is curved, and it's a 180 as well. Do not use anything tougher with a more grit on your natural nail. I'm not pushing hard at all, but I'm just going very, very gently just to take off that natural shine that our nails have. And then we want to get rid of all of the dust on every single nail. Now, you don't have to have this nail dehydrator. You don't have to use this. Again, I really recommend it. I'm just using a little bit of alcohol on a wipe again, just to make sure that all the dust is removed. If you haven't got nail dehydrator, you can just use pure acetone. That pretty much does the same sort of thing. It gets rid of all the oils, all the moisture out of that nail, ready for using. Now, I think some people anyway, once you've dehydrated your nail, you've only got a limited amount of time before it gains rehydration. So as soon as it's gone matte, that's when you need to get to work, basically. Our body is always producing oil. It's not going to stay dehydrated forever. Now, I have very, very oily nails. So once that is all sucked all the moisture out, I do it another time. So I do it 2 times in total. And then once that has done its thing again, I'm going to show you my nasty acid primer. Look at the state of that. But it works. It works. And I won't buy a new one until this is all gone. Do not get this on your skin. An acid primer, you can get non-acid as well, but the acid one basically etches away at your nail a little bit to create a better bond. So it's making your nail not completely smooth. Basically what you've done with the nail file, it does that for you, but on like a microscopic level. But you don't want to get it on your skin. So there is 2 glues that I highly recommend. Number 1, which I've run out of, is McCart's nail glue. You can get the brush on, or you can get the packs with that size, what I've just showed you, or Vixi. Absolutely love Vixi, is my second favourite. So I'll take my lid off. I'm trying my hardest not to touch the inside where we've cleaned and filed, and I put up 2 drops of glue and then spread it all over with the nib of that glue bottle, and then I put 1 drop on my nail and spread that all out with the nib of the bottle. If you put too much glue on, it's going to seep everywhere, all out of the cuticle, the side walls, underneath, and it is such a pain to clean up. So when I'm applying, I start near the cuticle at a 45-degree angle, push it into the cuticle, and then push it down against that 45-degree angle. Hold it there for about 10 seconds, and then I'll get my thumb and finger involved on either side. I'm trying to do the actions while I'm doing the voiceover. You can't see it. So I'm just checking that there is no glue seepage. Doing it at the 45-degree angle and putting glue on the fake nail and your nail kind of ensures that you're pushing any air bubbles out, so that that glue is going to be pure coverage sort of thing. Now I had a tiny little bit of seepage, so I'm going to get, the best way to do it is as soon as possible. one of these little eyelash cleaners, bit of acetone, and make sure it's not can't talk. Make sure it is not soaking wet with acetone, and just give it a quick swipe. So now after that, I like to leave them for a full hour. I do not do anything. Do not go anywhere near water for the first hour. Do not put cuticle oil on for the first hour. Don't do anything. Go and make a cup of tea or a coffee, put your favourite programme on, grab a book, get your phone out, whatever. Just chill out for an hour. Perfect excuse. Busy waiting for my nails to dry, thank you. So once that hour is up, you can wash your hands, dry them off, apply some cuticle oil. But I mean, there's so much aftercare as well that you've got to think about to make them last as long as possible. So if you're going to be washing up by hand, please wear rubber gloves. Absolutely essential. Do not use your nails as tools. I know we do it. I know we're opening ring pull cans with our nails. But as well, you've got to take into account the shorter the nail is, the longer it's going to last. If you have a really small nail bed and you go and put a massive XXL stiletto nail on, it's not going to last, not even a week. The shorter your nail bed is, the shorter the nail you need to have. Mine are pretty long, but I can't deal with long nails. So I used to be able to, it's really strange. The shorter they are, the longer they're going to last. If you're not used to super long nails, you've always had short nails, and then you're like, oh, fancy going to get some nails on. And if you're going for press-on nails and then you grab an XL coffin or a stiletto or whatever, they're going to get in the way. You need to kind of build up to it so that you're used to, they're growing with you sort of thing. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not. But if you have good nail beds and you are used to long nails, then that is absolutely fine. You're used to them, you know how to look after them, like you know that they're there and they're going to get in the way, and your brain already knows how to deal with it sort of thing. I don't know. Who knows? But as well, make sure you're using cuticle oil every single night. You know when you go and put your face cream on, you've had a wash, brushed your teeth, you put your face cream on, put some cuticle oil on. Your nails will thank you. They will last. And if they pop off, it's fine because they can just glue back on. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.